I request Niharika to sing the invocation.
Kratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada.
Driven by the spirits of our leaders, during the last 25 years, TAPMI tried to create a niche for itself in the management space through quality and rigor of its programs. And our graduates are championing the growth and development in the country by assuming key positions in public sector, corporate sector, and in various banks. Today, TAPMI offer postgraduate diploma in management, doctor program in management in association with Manipal University, and long duration executive programs like the one which we are going for government sector on e-governance, and also small short duration training programs plus research, which forms obviously the lifeblood of any institution of higher order. However, due to limitation of infrastructure, the growth of TAPMI with respect to the number of postgraduates we used to produce in the past was very low. Institutes moved to this new campus early this year and is poised for a leapfrog into the next few years. Indeed, privileged to have Mr. Ahluwalia to open the Knowledge Center, the most important cornerstone of any institution of excellence. Today, sir, on behalf of the entire TAPMI family, let me extend a very warm welcome to you. On behalf of TAPMI family, it's my proud privilege to extend a very warm welcome to Padma Bhushan, Dr. Mrs. Ishar Judge Ahluwalia. M.Pai has created a unique geographical brand for Manipal, which is globally very well known, a synonym for quality in education. On behalf of TAPMI, we are extremely happy to welcome you, sir, for this function. Dr. H.S. Ballal is the guide, mentor, philosopher to TAPMI. We could get the presence of Shri Montek Singh Ahluwalia and Dr. Ishar Judge Ahluwalia today only due to the efforts of Dr. Ballal. Sir, TAPMI is greatly indebted to you for all your support to the institution, and we consider it an honor to welcome you to this function. On behalf of all of us here, let me welcome all the dignitaries to this function.
I request Dr. Ramdas Pai to give an overview of Manipal and the educational institutions of Manipal.
I am happy that TAPMI is crossing one more milestone in its illustrious academic history by opening a state-of-the-art knowledge center in this new scenic campus. 21st century is considered as the beginning of the knowledge era. As against the financial resources that determined the success of the past industrialized era, the leaders of knowledge economy will be determined by the quality of intellectual resources they own. India, with its large human resource base, stands to gain. In this emerging scenario, quality of rigor of education, especially higher education, will be the determining factor for success. The modern temples of growth will be educational institutions, and TAPMI is definitely one of them.
Dr. Ramdas Pai, other distinguished dignitaries on the dais, faculty, students, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great pleasure for me to be here in Manipal with my wife Isha. Yesterday I had the opportunity to see one of the great institutions here, the university, and now I've had the privilege of visiting another institution which I believe is distinct from the university, though obviously connected in history. It's truly the case that when you visit Manipal, you are struck by the extraordinary achievement of one visionary person, and of course the successive lines of subsequent generations that have carried it forward. It is really an extraordinary achievement, and in a very important area, which is education. I think it is now India's turn to get onto the fast track. We did pretty well for 4 years, 5 years before the crisis. We've slowed down because of the crisis, but still at a level which is pretty respectable. And I think from the next year onwards, we can start getting back onto this high growth track. And other countries have done it. There's no reason why we shouldn't. I do want to emphasize that this is going to require more than just financial sector issues. I mean, there are a whole slew of challenges that we will have to face. And I think the important thing to think about on the financial sector is that the financial sector will have to support the multidimensional transformation which the economy will have to undergo if it is to grow rapidly in the next 10 and hopefully in the next 20 years.
Dr. Saji Gopinath, distinguished members of the faculty of TAPMI and other distinguished guests and students, I'm really very happy that TAPMI is organizing a one-day national seminar on next stage of India's economic growth, redefining the role of banking and financial institutions, and I feel honored that you provide me with an opportunity to share my thoughts on this very important subject with you. Now, as we look back, what do we find? A lot has happened since 1997. In the 11 years that followed, the world went through tremendous optimism on the one hand, and then today there is bewilderment at what has transpired. I am really again very honored that you have given me this opportunity to deliver this address at the seminar. I thank you once again and wish all the best for the seminar.